You've probably seen online everyone talking about buy, refurbish, refinance. Listen, I talk about it too. It's how I've built my property portfolio, but one of the things you need to know about is that there's a lot of harsh truths behind it, and there's a lot more of reality which these people don't speak about. So in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you haven't come across me before, my name's Niblock. I own a £1.5 million property portfolio, which I built through the buy to let BRR process. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this here. So if you like this type of video, keep watching on. I'll explain to you what people are saying, why they're wrong, and I'll also give you some good advice towards the end. And if you like this, drop me a follow. Probably seen everyone talk about BRR, and they're talking about how you can get all money out deals. They're talking about how every deal is BRR. It's everything sounds rosy. To be honest, if you're asking me, this is giving a little bit sort of pre-2008 great financial crash vibes. I've seen people talk about that's easy money, there's no hard work in it, XYZ. This just isn't the truth. Listen, I've done this multiple times for myself, where I built my own portfolio, and also when I've worked with investors to build their own. What these people are talking about just isn't the truth. So really, let's talk about these one by one. Let's talk about the first thing here, all money out deals. Listen, I've managed to do that there, but all money out deals are extremely rare. It very rarely happens. Most deals you're going to be looking to leave some money in, and that doesn't mean it's a bad deal. Obviously, it all depends on the amount of money you leave in. If you're managed, when you do the refinance, manage to pull out the 80 to 90% of your money, that's a really good deal. Obviously, the more money you pull out, the better deal it is. But the thing is, reality changes. So we don't have the low interest rates like we used to anymore. And we also don't have the high-paced growth we saw pre-COVID. Yes, house prices seem to be still going up at the minute, but it's at a much slower rate, and demand is starting to change in different areas. So this myth just isn't true anymore. You're not able to really get all money out deals. So if you're looking to try to get that, you're actually going to be behind everyone else. While people are happy to maybe pull out 80 to 90% of their money, if more, and you're waiting for that all money out deal, they're able to pick up 2 to 3 ones. So the reality here is you're not going to get an all money out deal. What you actually should be looking for is just a very good deal where you're pulling out, like I said, 80 to 90% of your money. So let's deal with the second myth that comes to this here, that every deal is a BRR deal. Really, that's not true. If you're going to do the BRR process and you're going to invest in it, you have to be led by what your numbers are. That's how much you're purchasing the house at, how much your refurb's going to be, how much your monthly costs are going to be in terms of your mortgages, and then what your rent's going to be. So there is what actually deals with reality there. This is why when you're looking at this here, not every deal is going to be like that there. You might be looking at a house and let's say it's worth 90,000. You can buy it for 90,000, but the average market value for a house that there is 100,000, and the refurb needed it to bring it up to that standards 30, 40,000. You can sort of see why that doesn't work there. So really what you need to be doing here is, again, having a bit of patience, finding the right property, making sure it's the numbers work. That's why a BRR deal works. And definitely not every house is a BRR deal. So look at it from that way. So one of the other big myths you see online is that people are portraying that property investing, particularly the BRR method, because it involves that refurb element, is hands off. Now, there's different things you can do and different people you can employ to actually help make it hands off, but in reality, it's just not. So again, people like myself who can offer hands off services, yeah, we can take some of the stress away from you, but for 90% of people who are going down this route, you're actually not going to have a hands-off deal. You're going to be there. You're going to be needing to see what the builder's doing. You're going to need to go out and do the viewings. You're going to then need to walk around the area to make sure you're happy with the area. So all these elements here really means that it's not hands-off. You actually have to be involved. And if you want to grow and scale your portfolio yourself, this is one of the things that you're just going to need to be there. You're going to need to dedicate time to go speak to your builder, to go view the houses, to see what's going right, what's going wrong in all these different properties. And that's just something quite simple. But if you're able to do that there, spend time and do it well, you actually learn a lot more. So that's one of the myths that I've hopefully dispelled for you there, that it's hands off. So let's just go over that. First of all money out deals are readily available. Like we've just discovered, they're just not true. Second, that every house is a BRR house. Again, it's not. You need to make sure that when you're looking at a property and you're going to make a potential investment, that the numbers add up, that it actually makes sense. Remember, like what I said, you're looking to hopefully pull out between 80 and 90%, if not more, of your money. That means it's a good deal. And then obviously you want the good rate of return as well. Thirdly, that it's hands off. So for me, property investment isn't hands off. You need to be involved in understanding what's going on. Again, whenever I work with anyone, even though I offer hands off service, I actually do encourage them to come with me occasionally, to come down, have a look, see what's going on, and actually get to meet the builder, see the houses and everything else. So if you really want to build your portfolio, I really do encourage that you get involved in it. Even on that overseeing high level manager view, it really makes a massive difference. They're the three harsh realities I've talked about when it comes to the BRR deal. Now listen, this is not designed to put you off BRR whatsoever. It's a way to build your portfolio that I personally employ, that I love, that I think is really, really great. But there's a lot of myths out there which people are talking about that just simply aren't true. And this is designed to help you and your knowledge. Now, if you want to know any more, or you want me to speak about any more of these in depth, feel free to leave a comment, and we would love to see and get more ideas on what you want to see from me. If you've liked this video, please drop me a follow. Cheers, thanks, bye.